Good morning, everyone. Another episode of the Keep Going podcast, Athletes Shining a Light on Mental Health. We got Big Trey, Meile in the house today.
Good morning,
RVC
gentlemen.
alum.
Good
How we doing,
morning.
Trey?
Bro, I'm
Hey, good
blessed.
morning.
I'm blessed. Good morning, fellas. How we doing?
Trey,
Good,
thanks for
good.
waking up, man. Thanks for waking up, man.
Hey,
It's always good to have you on, man.
bright and early, feeling good. I was excited when you guys invited me on. I'm like, man, I got to. One time for the boys, right?
I love it, man. And Trey, I was just in Nashville a couple weeks ago with you, and just
Yeah,
seeing how you're living, man. Obviously, Ludy's out there too.
for
Just good
sure.
to see the boys thriving in Nashville. But on a mental health note, talk to me about
Sure.
why you wanted to come on today, bro.
Oh man, I think what you guys got going on here is it's amazing. It's awesome. I mean, there's it always is it's always beneficial for you to be open and talk about these kind of things. And I mean, I think it goes kind of unnoticed or unspoken on a lot of the time. And I think it's just it's awesome what you guys are doing. And I mean, I love it. I'm here for it. And when you invited me on, you know what? I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Trey,
Not
I
to mention
appreciate that.
you guys are the boys, so
I
miss you guys.
appreciate it. Thank you, bro. And that's flattering. I mean, we're just blessed to be doing this. Jackie and Dave, I mean, have been such a big part of my mental health journey. I have to start with this, though, Trey. Obviously, you're a ball player. Shout out Freeport High School. Shout out the Pretzels. Went
Former.
to Rock Valley, played there with all the boys, and then obviously live in Nashville now. The reason I got to tell this story real quick. The reason I got connected with Trey was very simple. Sean
Go ahead, bro.
Dasher. Sean Dasher was Trey's coach at Freeport High School.
Shout out Coach Dasher
Shout out Coach Dash. He's been on the
for sure.
podcast, coached me at Rockford. And he walked up to me and said, "Hey, I got two players. I got Tegan Woods, shout out Tegan. And then I got Trey Meile, who's a first baseman, outfielder, lefty bat." I'll never forget. Sean walked up to me and said, "Hey, Trey is still raw. He's still getting to that point where he's got development potential. But I watched him hit a ball in the trees at Freeport High School, and I know he can play in college." Confirm or deny that actually happened at Freeport High School?
100% true, man. I'll never forget it. My first ever home run growing up, I mean, played a lot of ball, obviously, but never, ever, ever hit one out of the park. And I'll never forget that ball.
Yeah,
Halfway up the
man.
trees, man. Great feeling.
Yeah, I think that home run and Coach Dasher got you signed, man. I think that was a life-changing thing. So shout out Coach Dasher for sure.
Man. Shout out Coach Dasher, man.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
I'll
No
never
doubt.
forget it.
I agree, man. Well, talk to me about early on Trey Meile, man. Like, when did you pick up the bat? When did you pick up the ball? Kind of when did sports get started for you?
Oh man, I mean, I grew up playing sports since as long as I can remember, man. I mean, it goes all the way back to t-ball, and then you come up through little league and everything. And I mean, baseball was honestly my primary sport. I mean, I played all sports growing up, tried everything at least once, but I mean, I just always loved baseball, and I wasn't too bad at it, and you develop and keep going as you get older, and next thing you know, I mean, by the time you play travel ball and you get to high school and you find yourself halfway decent, you're like, okay, well, now let me lock in and really try and do something with this stuff. So, I mean, as long as I can remember, I've been playing sports and I always had a love for baseball for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it to Dave here in a second. If I remember correctly, Trey, you were a soccer guy as well. You were a multi-sport guy.
Yeah.
A lot
The
of
sock
athletes, man. Yeah, a lot
for
of athletes. Just jogging my memory. But yeah, so you were a multi-sport guy.
for
What would
sure.
you say to other athletes that are kind of back and forth between like staying baseball or staying basketball or doing things multiple?
Man, honestly, I would say play multiple sports for as long as you can. I mean, honestly, as long as you can until and at one point, I mean, unless you're really like that, I mean, go both as long as you can. But at one point, you're going to probably have to decide, really lock in on one or the other. But I mean, I think all kids, athletes growing up, play as many sports as you can for as long as you can. And I mean, it just keeps you well rounded. I mean, a lot of the time you're playing, whether you're playing high school sports or club sports, you're playing all year round. So it's like, I mean, one or the other, it's going to help based on, I mean, keeping in shape, keeping you locked in, motivated. I mean, I would recommend playing as long as you can, and you never know where it could take you.
I love that. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I want to transition into someone that is starting new in college and transitioning into high school to college. what advice would you give them
Man,
going into that new stage?
I think that goes unnoticed a lot of times. I mean, it might not seem like a big transition, but that's actually a big transition that I personally kind of struggled with. I mean, you go from like our high school being, I mean, not a huge high school, not a small high school, but not a huge high school. I mean, if you're good at sports, I mean, yeah, when you're in high school, you're the man. You know, if you're good, you're the best player on the team. So it's a lot different. Then you get to college, and you're not necessarily the best guy all the time. I mean, so I mean that's actually a huge transition that I think goes unspoken about a lot of the time. But I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I think I, I don't know. It's just it's definitely a big transition. So it's one of them things that maybe might get humbled a little bit, but it's one of them things you got to stay locked in. You got to keep your head down and got to keep grinding.
Yeah, I agree. And Trey, I got to dig a little bit deeper there because I remember, obviously, you played for me, right? And
Yeah,
I remember sometimes you weren't in the lineup. And I remember sometimes you were not happy about not being in the lineup.
yeah.
Talk about, I don't know, athletes out there that might not be getting that PT right away or might be going through some adversity. That was a big part of your journey. Go ahead.
No, that's exactly it. I mean, like I said, you go from in high school, you're the man, you best player on the team, or one of them, and you get to college and it's, I mean, everyone's good when you get to that level. You don't make it to that level if you're not good. So you get to the collegiate level, and if you're good, you play, and I mean, just one of them things you got to keep working. I mean, if you don't like where you're at, you keep your head down and you keep grinding. And so it's just one of them things. It can be very tough, and I mean, like I said, it's something I personally struggled with when I got to college. And it's easy to lose your confidence. I guess that's the biggest thing. It's easy to lose your confidence, but you have got to stay confident and just like I said, keep your head down and grind and get to where you want to be.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Jackie next. Outside of the work, was there anything that you did that helped you separate yourself? Like, was there someone you talked to? Was there an athlete that you follow? Like, what was your like recipe for success? Because at this point, 5% of athletes are doing this in college. What was that X factor for you?
Man, I don't know. There was a switch from unfortunately we didn't get to finish our sophomore season, but there was a switch, man, from freshman year of college to sophomore year. Man, it was something. I came back that fall sophomore year, and I mean, I can't exactly pinpoint what it was, but I just I started to get my confidence back a little bit. I put in an extra time in the cage. I mean, we got you back. That helped, right?
Love you for
our,
that.
our
Love
hit
you for
our
that.
our hitting coach needed that. So I mean that helped, and I mean just came back sophomore year with a little more confidence, man. Locked in, put in the extra time, and I mean, yeah, I mean the results showed on the field. Started swinging it better, then yeah. So can't pinpoint the exact one thing, but it's just a combination of things. Honestly, the biggest thing probably is just the confidence.
Yeah,
You've got to be confident. That's really what it is,
I love it, man. Preparation breeds confidence for the people
for
that don't know. Jackie Tripp,
sure.
what up?
How we doing?
How you
Talk
doing,
to me.
man?
Good. I was at Yankee Stadium yesterday and the Sox won 12-1 and I'm from Boston, so I'm doing good.
Oh man, there you go. There you go.
I was just gonna say I like that you said because I think they tie in together. The the athletes in high school should play two sports and how that ties into when you get to college, you're not necessarily the best because I think for me personally too, I didn't end up getting to play in college because of an injury, but I had always wished like maybe I should have played a second sport in high school because if I had played soccer in high school, tennis in high school, track, unlike basketball, I wouldn't have been one of the best girls on the team and then I would have got to college and I would have been prepared for that. And I think that's the sort of bridge that a lot of people don't travel is that you see so many youth and high school players so young now focus on one sport and then they get to college and they deal with that where if they continue to focus on multiple sports, one, you probably wouldn't see as many injuries, and two, they'd be ready for when that time comes in college. So I like that you touched on those two back to back.
I love that too.
For sure, for sure.
I'm with you. And Trey, I think it parlays nicely. Obviously, what we do here at the Keep Going podcast is we talk about that keep going moment. Something that would have taken down the average man. Something
Yeah.
that kind of brought you to your knees and you couldn't get back up for a little bit, and then we got through it.
Yeah.
What's your keep going moment in life so far, man?
Man, honestly, what was really the toughest, and I mean, I started to see it a little more nowadays, but it's one of them things that kind of goes unspoken about as well is the transition from being an athlete. Because I mean, unless you're the most elite of the elite, like it's got to end one day, right? So I mean, that transition from you know. Playing ball every day, going to practice every day, games, traveling, the team, being around the guys, that type of lifestyle. And then I mean, then one day you're done. Especially how our season ended. Unfortunately, my last ball game, was quite memorable. But I mean, season got cut short, and from there, it's like, well, it's time to put your big boy pants on, and it's real world living now, and it's just one of them things. It's like, man, that it kind of goes under the radar, but it's like it's tough for athletes, and I'm sure you guys don't get that, but that transition from living that lifestyle of being an athlete, practicing, training all the time, to getting up, working a 9 to 5, or whatever your career is. But that transition
Yeah.
is tough.
I got the chills when you talked about this, and I don't think I've ever like openly talked about this in the pod before, so we're gonna go here.
Okay.
Like one day you're walking in the batter's box and the whole stadium knows it's you.
Yeah.
And Dave, look at Dave's face. It's the greatest feeling in the world. Hearing your walk-up song, seeing you walk up there. And Jackie, even in the basketball side, have you come off the bench, dap your homies up and say, like, let's go to war. Like that feeling, you don't get that in the real world. You don't. So I feel like athletes are always chasing that. But from a glass half full perspective, in the business world, whatever you're doing in your profession, you still get kind of that feeling sometimes. And like you still get bits and pieces of, oh, like what an impact we just made there. Like, look at what we just did. My point is, it's not going to be that same feeling, but some of the things that we learned as college student athletes are now helping us in the real world. So, Trey, in your
Oh, for
job
sure.
now, like in the community now, do you feel like you learned a lot of stuff as an athlete that you're now applying?
Oh, I mean, for sure. I mean, growing up playing sports. I mean that's all you know. So I mean, it teaches you so much, and just small things that you wouldn't even think have any correlation, and they end up take them with you so far, and now you're working as a team with coworkers, and you got a common goal, and you got guys that you'd go to war for, the same guys
Yes.
you go perform and you go to war for on the field, the court, whatever. So it's similar in that aspect for sure, and it's just one of them things that if you're an athlete, you get it. So it's just one of them things. But yeah,
No
for sure.
doubt. Well, I'm gonna kick it over to David Mitchell's mailbag. Big Dave's got some questions for you, Trey.
D-Mitch.
Come on,
Big
baby.
Trey. Yeah, for someone that is going through that like hard phase of transitioning or still transitioning, because it's a process, right? Like I'm still learning about myself every single day and trying to find some joy and peace every single day. What advice would you give them, or what habit would you give them for them to, start feeling a little bit better?
No, that's a great question, actually. I mean, it's one of the things. It's tough. It really is. I mean that the first year or two after we came home from college, and finally decided, yeah, I'm gonna hang them up, and this is really it. After playing sports your whole life, that's all you know. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It was extremely tough. And then the fact that I wasn't quite set on or sure what I was going to do as far as a career or a job or what I had going. So it's one of them things. It's like, man, I mean, kind of keep your head down. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough transition. I try to stay busy. Try to dabble in. I mean, like now, for example, man, I just got back into a men's baseball league, and you know, and the memories it brings back, and it feels so good to get out on the field, you know, swing it, track down a fly ball, man. It feels so good. So it's one of the things. It's like it's not the same, but you know, you still get the feeling, and you know, it keeps you busy and brings back the good memories, and it's tough. So everyone deals with it a different way, but I think just I mean, find something you like to do that you know is similar, but just keep your head down, keep grinding, I guess, for
Yeah.
sure.
Surround yourself with other people that like to do the same thing.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing from you.
Yeah.
Get out, even if it's like, you know, a little bit out of your comfort zone. You never know who you're gonna meet if you get in the same environment, or just
For
maybe
sure.
like talk to someone at the gym, say hello, connect with people. I think helps me. Instead of like self-isolating, it's easy just to stay in. But for myself, when I do like go out of my comfort zone and try to talk to someone new and make a connection, it helps a little bit for myself.
For sure. For sure. And I mean, that's how I got playing ball down here, man. Just bumped into a guy at the gym, you know, made friends, and he was like, "Hey, man, we got a men's baseball league, Sandlot League. You should come play sometime." Sure enough, came out, and man, it's been a blast. And like I said, the memories it brings back, it feels good to get on the field, and man, it's awesome. And I'm so glad I, like you said, stepped out of my comfort zone and met this guy. Now we're actually good buddies, and yeah, no, I'm so glad. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
love it. And my second question is, what are you doing for your mental health this week? Are you working out, reading, getting outside? What do you do for your mental health?
Man, bro, I'm honestly so the last I think the last 3 years now I've been fairly consistent, and I found the gym, and honestly it's changed my life. Honestly, like I wish I would have hit the gym this hard when I was playing. Maybe I would be, you know, a little faster, a little stronger, hit a few more tanks, right?
We
But
need it, baby.
but yeah, no, honestly, that's what I do nowadays. Clear my mind, you know, get in the gym. Not to mention just how good you feel after you when you leave the gym. You know, you feel productive, you feel good, you feel strong, healthy. So it's one of them things. I mean, if you know you get getting up there in age, so you got to do something to keep yourself healthy and in shape, right? So one of them things, I mean, the gym. I recommend it to everyone. Get in the gym. I
Yep.
recommend it, everyone.
I
For
love it.
sure.
Jackie, you have any questions?
No, I just like that you said the get in the gym thing, because I think even beyond if you are an athlete, you should do that. Like I was talking to my coworker last week who isn't the most hand-eye coordinated human, and I think that I've seen this movement in the last few years of people that call themselves non-athletes getting in the gym, and I see them in the gym. Like maybe they didn't play a sport, maybe they're not the most athletic person, but people are starting to realize that the working out piece of it is more so mental than it is physical, and people are realizing that it's all encompassing in one, and you're seeing everybody in the gym or even just moving their body, which I like go on a walk, turn your phone off, go outside, throw some music on, get a lift in. I love it. I like that you touched on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I would argue that's one of the toughest things about going from a college student athlete to a professional in the real world. Like all of a
Yeah,
sudden, you don't have structured buddies that you just wake up and go to the gym, work out, go to the cages. Like you wake up one day and that's just gone. I
Yes.
think the coolest thing in the world is when you're at the gym and you talk to someone you've never talked to before and you start getting connected. And I wouldn't call it networking, but like meeting good people. And it helps that person get to the gym the next day and vice versa. I don't
For
know.
sure.
I think the gym is a beautiful community. And I saw Trey a couple weeks ago. Like, the guy looks great, man. So, like, keep doing
I
what you're doing, bro. Yeah, keep doing what you're
appreciate
doing.
that, coach.
Yes,
Appreciate that.
sir, bro. Yeah, always. Well, that's what I had today. Trey, what I'm going to tell you, man, is you just had a great story, man. I remember meeting your parents. I remember talking about obviously the recruiting process with you guys. To see you kind of flourishing now, you and Ludi, who I've had on here, bro, what a blessing it is to still be connected, man. Has there been anything on the podcast today that you haven't said that you wanted to say? Go ahead.
Oh man. I just think it's one of them things where I mean we touched on it, but it's that transition from high school to college, especially how our the level we were at, I mean, coming up or growing up, playing through middle school and then into high school, at our high school, it wasn't that prominent to put yourself out there and try and get college looks. I mean, yeah, we played travel ball and went to some showcases, but it just wasn't pushed like to get yourself to that next level. So when you came along and you helped the recruiting process, and it wasn't really in my mind, that I'm going like go play college ball like that. That just wasn't pushed growing up, or it wasn't really taught to us like that. So it was like one of them things. You came along and you kind of explained to us, you're like, hey, you can do this at the next level and get your education while doing so, and not to mention the experience that comes with it, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, D-Mitch knows Rock Valley. Them Rock Valley days were different, man. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Great memories. I tell my boy Ludi all the time. I'm like, hey, man, them days were different, man. I loved every bit of it. The team aspect, Coach Chad P, man.
Shout him out. Shout out.
Shout out Chad P, man. I miss all the boys, man. But yeah, the experience was amazing. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it for the world for sure.
Trey, you boys changed my entire life, man.
Oh man,
I'm sitting out here right now at a facility. I got 21 lessons today, man. I'm still in the game. It doesn't happen without players like you and D and Ludi and mentors like Chad and I don't know. I look around on a morning like today and I can't help but be excited, man. So I appreciate everybody jumping on. I do have to shout out Me Too We LLC for the great partnership. Shout out Zach Gale and the boys. And with everything else in the world going on, keep going, everybody. Thanks, everybody.
hey, take care, fellas. Keep going.